Hello students, welcome to an exciting math lesson. Today, we'll embark on the magical journey to explore addition with rational numbers. Get ready to become addition wizards. Let's dive into this thrilling adventure together. Today, we'll unravel the mystery of adding rational numbers. It's like combining the powers of different numbers to create new magic. Let's explore the secrets of performing addition on rational numbers. Let's start with some fascinating examples to understand addition with rational numbers better. Imagine we have the rational numbers negative 1/3 and 2/3. How do we add them together? To add negative 1/3 and 2/3, we first find a common denominator, which is 3 in this case. Then, we add the numerators negative 1 plus 2 equals 1. So the result of adding negative 1/3 and 2/3 is 1/3. You're doing fantastic. Let's consider the rational numbers negative 2/5 and 3/7. We will add them together. To add these fractions, we need to find a common denominator. The common denominator is the least common multiple, or LCM, of 5 and 7, which is 35. Now, we'll convert both fractions to have a common denominator of 35. So we have negative 2/5 is equal to negative 2/5. We multiply it by 7 in numerator and denominator. That would become negative 14/35. Also, we have 3/7. We will multiply the numerator and denominator by 5, and that would become 15/35. Now, the fractions have the same denominator, so we can add them. Negative 14/35 plus 15/35, copy the denominator, then add the numerator negative 14 plus 15, that is 1. So the sum of negative 2/5 and 3/7 is 1/35. Amazing progress, addition wizards. It's quiz time. Here's the question. What is the sum of negative 2/5 and 3/5? A. Negative 1/5, B. 1/5, or C. 5/5? Think about it and I'll reveal the correct answers soon. Time's up. The correct answer is letter B, positive 1/5. You're adding rational numbers like a pro. Let's explore how to add mixed numbers. If we have negative 2 and 1/4 and 3 and 1/4, how do we find their sum? To add negative 2 and 1/4 and 3 and 1/4, we first add the whole numbers, which is negative 2 and 3. So negative 2 plus 3 is equal to 1. Then we add the fractions. 1/4 plus 1/4 is equal to 2/4 because they have the same denominator, which simplifies to 1/2. So the sum of negative 2 and 1/4 and 3 and 1/4 is 1 and 1/2. Congratulations, addition wizards! You've mastered the art of performing addition with rational numbers. Now, before we wrap up, let's tackle the final quiz question. Ready for the last magical challenge? Here's the question. What do you think is the sum of 1 and 3/4 and 2 and 1/2? These are the following choices. A. 3 and 1/4, B. 4 and 1/4, C. 2 and 1/4, and D. 5 and 3/4. What is your answer? Think it through and I'll reveal the correct choice. Time's up. Let's find the sum of 1 and 3/4 and 2 and 1/2. Step 1. We will convert the mixed fraction to improper fraction. So we have 1 and 3/4 can be written as the numerator would become 4 times 1. That is 4 plus 3, 7 over the denominator 4. The next one, we have 2 and 1/2 can be written as 2 times 2, that is 4, plus 1, that is 5. Over 2, we have 5/2. Step 2, find a common denominator if necessary. Step 3, add the improper fraction. To add these fractions, we need to make the denominators the same. Since 2 is twice 4, We can multiply the numerator and denominator of 5 over 2 by 2 to make the denominator 4. So if we calculate it, we have 7 over 4 plus the numerator 5 times 2, that is 10, and the denominator 2 times 2, that is 4. So we have the same denominator. 7 plus 10, that is 17 over 4. So step 4, convert the improper fraction back to a mixed fraction if possible. Now, let's express the improper fraction 17 over 4 as a mixed fraction. In this step, divide the numerator by the denominator. So when we calculate 17 divided by 4, that is 4 with a remainder of 1. So the next step, we will express the remainder as a fraction with the same denominator. Since the remainder is 1, we express it as 1/4. And then the final step would be write the mixed fraction. So the mixed fraction is 4 and 1/4. So the sum of 1 and 3/4 and 2 and 1/2 is equal to 4 and 1/4. By adding this mixed fraction, we found a beautiful result of 4 and 1/4, representing the sum of these two fractions. Great work! Congratulations everyone! You've reached the end of our addition magic adventure. Hello students! Welcome to an exciting math lesson. Today, we'll embark on a magical journey to explore subtraction with rational numbers. Get ready to become subtraction wizards. Let's dive into this thrilling adventure together. Let's start with some fascinating examples to understand subtraction with rational numbers better. Imagine we have the rational numbers 2/3 and 1/3. How do we subtract them? To subtract 2/3 and 1/3, we simply subtract the numerators. 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. The denominators remains the same, 3. So, the result of subtracting 2/3 and 1/3 is equal to 1/3. Now, let's level up our subtraction skills with rational numbers that have different denominators. Imagine we have the rational numbers 3/4 and 1/6. How do we subtract them? To subtract rational numbers with different denominators, we need to make their denominators the same. This will allow us to perform the subtraction easily. Let's go step by step. Step 1. Find the common denominator. We look the denominators 4 and 6 and find their least common multiple, which is 12. Step 2. Make the denominators the same. We convert both fractions to have a denominator of 12. If we calculate it, if we multiply 3 over 4 to 3, both numerator and denominator, we have 9 over 12. The same will happen to 1/6. If we multiply it by 2, both numerator and denominator, the result would be 2/12. Now, our problem becomes 9/12 minus 2/12. Step 3. Perform the subtraction. We simply subtract the numerators while keeping the common denominator. So if we calculate it, 9/12 minus 2/12, that would become 7/12. And there we have it. The result of subtracting 3/4 and 1/6 with different denominators is 7/12. Remember, finding a common denominator is the key to subtracting rational numbers when they have different denominators. Amazing progress, math wizards! It's time for a quiz. Here's the question. What is the difference between 3/5 and 1/5? A. 2/10, B. 4/5, or C. 2/5? Think about it, and I'll reveal the correct answer soon. Time's up! Let's find the difference between 3/5 and 1/5. Step 1. Subtract the fractions. To find the difference, we simply subtract the second fraction from the first one. So here is the calculation. 3/5 minus 1/5. And that is equal to 2/5. So the difference between 3/5 and 1/5 is 2/5. So the correct answer is letter C. You're mastering subtraction with rational numbers like a pro. Now, let's explore how to subtract mixed numbers. If we have 4 and 1/2 and 2 and 1/4, how do we find their difference? To subtract 2 and 1/4 from 4 and 1/2, we first subtract the whole numbers. 4 minus 2 equals 2. Then we subtract the fraction 1/2 minus 1/4, and that is equal to 1/4. So the difference between 4 and 1/2 and 2 and 1/4 is 2 and 1/4. Congratulations, math wizards! You've mastered the art of performing subtraction with rational numbers. Now, you can confidently use the power of subtraction to uncover hidden treasures in the world of mathematics. Before we wrap up, let's tackle the final quiz question. What is the difference between 7 over 8 and 1/4? A. 6 over 8, B. 5 over 8, or C. 1 over 8? What is your answer? Think it through, and I'll reveal the correct choice. Time's up. Let's find the difference between 7 over 8 and 1/4. Step number 1, subtract the fraction. To find the difference, we simply subtract the second fraction from the first one. So we have 7 over 8 minus 1/4. Step 2, find a common denominator. In this case, the denominators are 8 and 4. The least common multiple of 8 and 4 is 8. So, we convert both fractions to have a denominator of 8. So here is our calculation. So 7 over 8 minus the 1/4, the both numerator and denominator, we will multiply it by 2. Then we have 2 over 8. And for our step 3, we subtract the numerators while keeping the common denominator. So here is our calculation. 7 over 8 minus 2 over 8, that is equal to 5 over 8. So, the difference between 7 over 8 and 1/4 is 5 over 8. Excellent work, math wizards! Incredible job, students! Congratulations, everyone! You've reached the end of our subtraction magic adventure. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more exciting lessons, and hit the notification bell. Until next time, keep exploring and mastering the wonders of mathematics.